Welcome back to Josie Sports Nation. If you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and then also hit the notification bell when you want to see when my videos are coming out. What I want to talk about today is George Foreman claps back at Gwen Berry for what she did at the Olympics. What I'm referring to is the Newsweek article where it states, a Gwen Berry knockout. George Foreman says he's not ashamed to be an American. So let's dive into this article real quick. Former Olympic and professional boxing champion George Foreman used Independence Day to share his love for America to trump weekend-long coverage of Gwen Berry, who qualified for the U.S. Olympic team but has bashed things like the national anthem. Forman, who went from a gold medalist at the 1968 Mexico Summer Olympics to a professional heavyweight champion and eventually entrepreneur, tweeted Sunday that he loves America and that he is not ashamed of it. For about 54 years, people have asked me not to keep saying I love America. Well, I do, and I am not ashamed. Don't leave it, love it. Happy 4th of July, Forman wrote. Now, this is interesting with the climate we have with the Black Lives Matter and a lot of these shootings going on. And George Foreman actually was in the 1968 Olympics where a lot of the people back then were protesting. Now, again, as far as this article says, Foreman won the 1968 heavyweight gold medal as an amateur before becoming a professional the next year. Berry finished third in the women's hammer throw at last month's Olympic trials. While standing on the podium for her third place finish, the Star-Spangled Banner began playing, in which Berry turned and would not face the flag, while winner DeAnna Price and second place finisher Brooke Andersen stood upon their pedestal with hands over their hearts and gazing at the flag. Berry stomped around behind them and eventually pulled a shirt over her head that read "Activist Athlete." The attention last week wasn't about Price nor Andersen, as Berry won the headlines. Now, politicians made their feelings known on Sunday, so did Foreman. This comes from a black athlete who competed at the same Olympics as two black Americans stood on the podium, each with the fist raised in the air to promote. Tommy Smith had just won the gold in the 200-meter race with fellow American John Carlos, who won the bronze medal. While on the medal podium, neither American athlete wore shoes, but simply black socks to portray black poverty. Foreman took up boxing during his troubled childhood in a poor part of Houston. He went on to become a boxing heavyweight champion when he knocked out previously undefeated Joe Frazier in 1973, and then lost to Muhammad Ali during 1974 in the famous Rumble in the Jungle bout in Zaire. Foreman retired in 1977, and though his comeback were stellar, he made a good living by selling his George Foreman grills. Berry was put on a 1-year suspension after raising her fist in protest after winning the 2019 gold medal in the Pan American Games in Lima, Peru. Not even a year later, the U.S. Olympics. Now, this is what Berry said. I feel like it was a setup. Berry said to Washington Post, "I feel like they did that on purpose, and I was pissed, to be honest. I was thinking about what should I do. Eventually, I just stayed there and just swayed. Put my shirt over my head. It was real disrespectful. I know they did it on purpose, but I'll be all right." What do you think about that? What do you think about George Foreman showing his love for the United States, being a proud American, and kind of trump what Gwen Berry is saying. Tell me what you think about in these comments, and definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I will definitely see you on the next video.